Peach Dog and Flying Snow versus Dot and Legend. Theme: Sniping a Running King. If you notice that green has an overwhelming material advantage against blue, so it looks like blue is gonna have to run soon. Red has an overwhelming material advantage against me, but red isn't really doing anything about it. It looks like blue is going to be in a lot more danger before I am, and watch when blue's king is running away. My bishop is prepared to snipe blue's king. Right there, my bishop moves to prepare the snipe, and bishop takes king, and blue's gone. And from the same game, if we speed up toward the end game, we get a position where my team has two queens and red has a knight and two pawns against a king and queen. If you cancel out green's king and queen for red's king and queen, and it should be an easy win. Even though we didn't play this very accurately, it was still a win with a material advantage. So this is a big enough material advantage so that you don't really have to play accurately to win. See, it takes a pawn, and then red takes the queen and defends with the king, but I'm able to cover green's king with my queen, so we win there. So we got Peach Dog and Flying Snow versus Legend and Dot. Themes are timing attacks and obstructed diagonals. If you notice, nobody is crossing here. It's just both. Everybody is grudging here. So all four players are grudging, but it looks like green is in a lot of trouble. So I move my queen and bishop across the board, and my queen and bishop are aiming toward blue's king. I set up my pieces to do a timing attack, but before I get my queen to take there, blue moves the king, but he doesn't take the bishop, so I have a good chance here. I do the timing attack again, and this time I get it, and blue's gone, so we got an easy win here. And if we back up and watch red this time, you'll notice that red's queen and bishop have attacking paths toward my king, and also blue's queen also, and it's green's pawns that block the diagonals. And you see there's something bad could happen to my king there, but green's pawns are blocking the diagonals. To illustrate the importance of the diagonals, look what happens when green moves his pawn away. I almost die, but luckily I have the knight there to obstruct the diagonal. If I hadn't had the knight there, then red could have set something up devastating on my king, maybe. So here we got Peach Dog and Resilient Pain versus Feeglued and Dot. The theme is the team timing attacks. I have a material disadvantage here, but when green moves the kitty, hey, kitty, move away, kitty, hey. Okay, green moves the rook away, and when green moves the rook away from the back rank, my queen is able to get into the back rank and watch the red queen here. Once my queen's threatening green's king, red's queen decides to move in and set up a cross. I miss a chance to take green's king, and I take a rook, but don't realize that white's queen is defending, and white's queen takes my queen, but green's king panics and moves because my queen is going to take, and red's queen ends up getting a timing attack timed perfectly so that the red queen's timer is lower and can take the green king, and now my team has material advantage. Here we got Muggles420 and Blake the Snake versus Try and Paradoxin. Themes are the king pair and comebacks and swindles. The red and white team just lost all their material, so it doesn't look like the green and black team should have any problem, but the green king becomes very discoordinated with black's pieces, and black's pieces don't really defend well, and green's king is very negligent here. Green's king comes in at the wrong time and ends up losing, so that was a very unlucky game. We got Byakugan and Byakubot versus 702 and Wood Eater. Themes are comebacks, swindles, and fails. Byakugan is down a lot of material against red. Down a queen and 2 pieces for just some pawns, but the pawn is defended long range. The rook takes the queen, so green's only down a couple pieces here. Attack the knight. The bishop defends where the knight's going to go, so now after the second knight's taken, green is just up some solid pawns, and green wins. That was a pretty good recovery there. Here, macro mate is, on KFC, they had a macro where you could move multiple pieces at the same time. On Tempest, you can't really do that unless you have a bot. So this bot who's playing as white is programmed to move the queen and bishop to do a mating attack if that red knight ever moves. So watch, when the red knight moves, the white diagonal pieces just race up there, and green's knight is able to take there, so it's like a team overload attack. We got Byakugan and Khan versus Chicken Crossroad and Lior. Green is crossing, so green's king is very weak here. Look at what blue does to green's king, but green just defends everything at the last millisecond. Let's look at that again in slow motion. Blue sets up a seemingly unstoppable attack, but green seems to be psychic and defends where the rook is coming, and green just did that kind of psychic rook maneuver. Pretty good play by green there. Here we got Muggles and Byakugan against Hitmonlee and Chicken Cross Road. Now, green's king is very weak here, so we have no choice but to go for a team overload attack, and blue can't seem to handle it. Here we got a distraction tactic and a team macro made. It's not really a macro, but it kind of simulates what it would be like for a bot to do a macro. We got a battery going on the dark diagonal here, so I move my queen up there, and green instantly responds with his bishop.